Okay, so just get the knife and you just want to cut it through the middle as well. So obviously we have to take a bit of this lid off, just so it sits nicely. And then we just want to pop some ganache into the middle. So this card is the same size, so a 6-inch round. That's going to go on top there like so. And just find something to make a line, even just a dowel. Just a little line around the edge. Just so we know where to put the dowels in. So how many dowels do you think? So it's actually 9 dowels that we're going to use to put in the cake, okay? So 9. So think 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then one in between. Okay, so one in the middle. So there's the 12 o'clock. Now you'll be thinking that's an awful lot of dowels for one cake, for a 1-tier, sorry, a 2-tier cake. But you just don't want to take any chances of the cake collapsing. So I always just recommend overdo the dowels. Okay, and then we want to pop a little bit more ganache on here. And then just place the card there. And then a little bit of ganache onto here. So I want to cut this bit off. Remember, not too much, just enough so it sits. And then just turn this upside down. Now remember, if you like the old Baileys, you could put some Baileys Irish cream in here, and then the ganache on top. Now because this is crumbly, I'm going to try and put enough on in one shot. There we go. Okay, so we've placed the drum on here. So it's a 12-inch round cake drum. Let's cut this out. I was going to make this pre-camera, but I thought, do you know what, when I do this as a class, some people really struggle with it, so let's just do it together. Okay, so fold it over, and then just cut through the middle. Okay, and then it's like making a piping bag, so fold it over, press down, hold there, and now if you see here, there's the halfway point, so about half, what's that, about a quarter. So if that was half, then you got the quarter. Bring this point over to where the quarter would be. Hold it there, and then bring this bit round, and there we go. And that's you got your quarter. So if you make a little line down there, across there, so we know where it joins up, just like the cake. And if you just draw little tabs round like so. Okay, and then just cut down. So what we do, that's the shiny side, so fold the tabs up, like so. The line should join the line, and it fits it into that very awkward shape. Okay, and then just get your sellotape, and all we want to do is go around. So make sure the sellotape stays up top, and it's not going onto the bottom surface, and that means it's not touching the cake. And then we just want to pop some ganache on there. Now if you wanted, you could put a 4-inch round cake card, but it's food safe, so it's fine. And you can just pop that straight on top, like so. So if you hold your hand at the top, on the side there, and then just cut through, and then down, and then through. So you can see all we're doing is taking off the top, just a corner, okay? Okay, so big dollop, okay, onto the cake, and up and down, just really on thick, okay. Okay, so back and forward, and just try and get it relatively neat. So what I've got here is it's the cake lace mat, and we've got the cake lace by Claire Bowman gold. So I use the gold just so it stands out. Now you can use a small palette knife like this, or it does come with a proper lace knife. There we go. Okay, so just make sure it's in all the little nooks and crannies. As I say, I can see it's not perfectly white, but that doesn't matter. So you can just pop that in the oven as it is for 8 to 9 minutes, about 70 degrees. Okay, so what I did is I got a clean cloth that's not been used for anything else, just straight out of the packet. I gave it a little bit of a damp, and all I did is I went over and buffed the top, and you can see the mat's nice and clean, and it's taken all the excess off. It's much quicker doing it that way. Okay, and you can see here, the white chocolate is the softest one, so it's very much just like sugar paste. or is it 3? I'll go for 3. Let's go for 3-inch strips, but just roughly. Okay, so you might not have a pasta machine, and if not, you want to use a rolling pin and just roll it out. So you can roll it down nice and thin, and it's good just to start from the middle and just keep rolling one side, turn it around, and that gives you, and you can just work it down to get your nice strip. I spread the lace on, just like I was showing earlier on. I then popped this one in the oven for the 8 minutes. It's then been sat for about 3 hours. And then when it was sat for 3 hours, I then got a damp cloth, cleaned off all the excess, and then I popped it in the oven for 5 minutes just to dry it out. Okay, so that's what I've done there. And this just helps to then peel the lace off. So just catch the corner and then just pull it across. So what we want to do is take that out, take the 3 pieces out, and then we want to leave them to just be on here, and then just lift the paper over and just fold it on top, and that's enough to keep it fresh. So this bit is 10 inches, which is around about 25 centimeters. Okay, so place it on halfway up. Can you see that? Okay, and twist it all the way around nice and tight, and then round. And then just bring it round, and then just stop there. So just pop that on there, like so. And just very lightly just roll back and forward. It should just stick straight on there. A little, tiny little bit off the bottom, which neatens it up. Open it up, just so we can tuck it inside. Just hold that there, okay? And then just lift up the lace, pop it in, and now what we want to do is pinch, fold and pinch, fold and pinch. Get a little bit of chocolate, just lift it up there, okay, and just pop some chocolate on there, just so that it can come round, and it gives us that nice connection. And then just place that on, and then the same thing again, we're going round, and we're just pinching. Now see if you look here, just sort of make sure you can definitely know what you're doing with the wrap. Put one finger behind, fold it back in itself, which creates like a little tunnel, and then pinch the bottom, push it against the cake. So about 1.5 inches along, finger in the back, pinch, and then push it against, and that's all we do all the way around. And then we've got one last little bit, so we've got this bit here. So I want to just cut that down because it's too big. And then again, pinch. So if you're someone who suffers from hot hands, then popping the chocolate in the fridge makes all the difference. So if we look around the cake and we're looking for little key areas that we can pull and start to stretch it open, and we just want to get a bit more character, and if it's starting to firm up, I can start to open up ever so slightly. Okay, so all I want to do is just get the knife, and all I want to do is cut just little panels. So they're about 1 inch wide. Okay. Chocolate. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Like so. Okay, just should have pre-cut. Okay, and then we just want to overlap, so we're just hiding it a little bit, and we're doing that all the way around. Cake smoother on the end, and just rub down, and you can see there, it just gives you that nice clean cut. Oh, there we go. So you can use a smoother or a knife. There you go. Yeah, bang on 8 inches. So that's about 20 centimeters. And all I want to do, you need to look very closely. All I want to do is lift it up, and then just pleat, all the way along, like so, and then just pinch in the middle, and voila, we have our fans. 2 for the price of 1. And then for the leaves, just a PME, so there's the butterfly cutter. So just push down, give it a little wiggle, press down in the middle to put the impression, and that's you got your butterfly. And also the leaves, so I'm using a large rose leaf cutter. Again, just cut down, give it a little wiggle, and there we go. So to make the balls up, just a sausage, and then just cut them all the same size, just across like so, and then you've got your little balls, and then just place them on the board as well. Okay, so all I want to do is roll the sausage out, and we want to cut 11 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and then with the remainder, just make a ball. Now, to remember how to make this, if you make a little pyramid, so that's the first petal, that's the second layer of petals, put them closer together, and then we've got the third layer, which is 3 petals, and then the fourth layer, which you'd think would be 4, but we've got +1. Okay, pick the first one up in a ball, so a ball then into a fat sausage, and they're all that size. Okay, so pop it into the food bag, press down, using your thumb, the side or the tip. I prefer the tip of the thumb, and then back and forward into a nice oval shape. And then you can see, I call it the Pringle effect. It's got a curve. See the sort of curve there? Okay, so it's curving away from the middle. So attach it on. I'm doing this back to front, so always wrap towards yourself, and then just round, pinch it to the top so it's completely closed. Okay, and then just wrap around. There we go. And that's the bud. Now this one wraps over the top, and it starts in the middle. Okay, so the middle of the petal wraps over the top, and then you leave one little bit open for the next one to tuck inside. The second one, open up, tuck it inside, wrap it around and stretch it, pull it right around, and there we go. So that's layer 2 finished. So the next one, again, the first one of the new row, always the first one, these two, always wrap over the top for the first one, and the rest of the petals all tuck inside. It's wrapping over the top, and then the next two tuck inside. It goes over the joint, it doesn't matter which one, and right in the middle, on here and up, and just stick it on and then open up. So I'm going to open this up, I'm going to tuck it a little bit further in and then round. Okay, and that just makes sure that I've got space to get all 5 petals on. So once that's on there like so, you just want to go back, and you can just fold them open like so. Lovely. And then just get your knife and just underneath, just trim that off, and there we go, we've got a lovely chocolate rose. So on there, and then just bring it over to the tissue, and you can go round, and it kind of gives it a lovely white, clean feel about it. But if you wanted to just make a slightly darker than that colour of gold, we could just get some of the gold there and mix it into the white. So just in case you didn't have one of the colours there. All the decorations, everything's going to be dusted. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the balls. So just get your food bag. So I've got a nice big food bag there. And because they were made earlier on, they've firmed up, so they're not going to stick to each other. Okay, so just pop the dust in. Yep, plenty in there. Close your bag and give your balls a good shake. There we go. Okay, and this really just stops the rose from sticking out too much from the cake. There we go. Okay, so that's nice, and it's a nice flat back, so it sits on the cake nicely. Okay, so what I want to do is get a little bit of chocolate, pop it at the back and press that against there so it sticks against there. I then want to get some chocolate and just put it on the back and just place that on there, and you can see that it just looks like it's meant to be there. Now we've got the leaves to put on, so the same thing, the same idea. Now what we could do just for high speed is just stick the chocolate on, quite a few of them, and we want to go over to and just stick them on there, and you can see they stick nice and easy as well. Now if you get a little brush of white chocolate, and what you want to do is go round and just dab your way around with the chocolate. If you've got too much dust on them, just drop it on the table and it takes off any of the excess. Seeing that little pearl necklace almost going round there. Now I've made them maybe a bit on the thick side actually, I can make them a little bit smaller. So with the fans, what I like to do is just pick them up, and the nice thing about the fans is we can just place them in and around the cake just before you stick them in to make sure you're happy with the location. And then just pop a little bit of chocolate on, and that chocolate's just enough there just to stick and hold in place. Put some chocolate on the back, And what we do is we look around for folds, or we create folds. So if I create a fold there, get the butterfly, pop it in there, and then close the whole thing together. And then you can see there, it looks like it's actually flying on the cake. It's called it's a PME pearl luster spray. And if you want to just give it an extra little bit of a shimmer, just give it a little swoosh. And it's quite nice, it just kind of gives it a nice finish. So these would be ideal on the cake, just for a bit of pop of colour. Just the same thing, a little posy pick on the end, and you're just looking around the cake and just looking to add sort of on an ad hoc basis. So I think actually it doesn't very natural. Oh, quite like it actually. I like when that happens. Hi, welcome back. So now I'm going to show you the third option, and that's using these lovely flowers. Up here, this time we don't have to use the chocolate. Oh, very nice. Okay. Oh, that was quite nice. This one's had a few caterpillars at it by the looks of it. Okay, and then the same thing, just... Hi, welcome back. So now we're going to move on to the last option, which is the fruit. Okay, now you can dip in chocolate as well, which looks nice. There we are. So just stand back and have a little look, so it looks nice. Now it looks like there's a little bit of red missing from here, so I'm just going to pop that there. And the bit that I said it looks like it's got a gap has got a gap, so I'll just pop that